Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is Kidlit Joy, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to review this book today. It was a book that was sent to me for review. It is by a favorite author, illustrator combo. It is a narrative nonfiction title, and it is part of a series that I just adore. As soon as I saw this book was coming out, I'm like, please send this to me because I adore this series so much. And it is Storm by Claire Saxby and Jess Racklyeft. This is the team between Iceberg, Tree and Volcano. And oh my goodness, anytime these two get together to write a book like this, I am just beyond thrilled because it is incredible. And you just have to have a look at this front cover to know that this book is going to be absolutely beautiful. So this was sent to me for review by Alan and Unwin, so thank you very much to them because I have no words. I love this so much. The blurb on the back says, it begins with a puff, then another. A flutter, a ripple, a shiver show where the breeze blows. Tiny water drops join and grow until they are too heavy to stay aloft. Lightning cracks and thunder bellows. The storm is here. An evocative exploration of the birth of a thunderstorm from the creative team behind the CBCA Picture Book of the Year, Iceberg. So one thing that you need to know about me is I actually adore storms. I think storms are incredible to watch. I love the sounds of a storm, and yes, some storms can be really scary and some can be devastating, but talking about a general storm, thunder and lightning and rain, the whole thing to me is just so fascinating. So to have this picture book is wonderful, and I love the watercolor illustrations in here. The end papers are the same for the front and back of this book. Some beautiful, these cumulus clouds. I need to get better at my cloud knowledge. I did just read a book about clouds. I should have paid better attention. For the duration of this book, we start at the beach near the sea, and we see how this storm rolls in through the sea, which I think is a really great setting because it's incredible to see. And the one thing I'll say about Claire Saxby, she has a really fantastic way of writing, combining simple and compound sentences with very short one-word sentences. And the pace and the tone of the writing and just the way that the language is constructed is really beautiful. And she always uses fantastic tier 2 vocabulary, great verbs. Her adjectives are always used really cleverly because sometimes you can overuse your adjectives. Your verbs are more powerful really in a picture book, but when you have the right adjective, it really does help to create a great sense and picture of what's happening in the story. And then you begin to see the storm building, and wind is invisible, so you can't see it except the impact it has on other things. And I think that's why the beach setting for this is really incredible, because storms can come on quite quickly. And like with all of the other books, you have a flip out page, which I'm not going to be able to show the whole thing on screen, but both of these pages flip out as the story begins in earnest. And I love that because it shows how expansive nature can be. Like, it's really stunning, and it goes from the birth of this storm all the way to when it stops and how life continues on afterwards, which I think is also a really important thing to talk about. A storm is there, but it's not permanent. And then at the back, there is a little note from Claire Saxby about the wind. We can't see wind, but we can see what it does. And it talks a little bit about global warming and the impact that that has had on nature and also on our weather patterns. So it's a really great book. This is a great one to pair with any text that you're using about storms. So if you're doing a nonfiction unit on weather, this is a great one to pair with any nonfiction texts that you're using. If you're building your background knowledge of something, having a combination of fiction and nonfiction texts really helps to draw everything in, especially something like this, which is narrative nonfiction, which is actually weaving in facts into a story about something. So I really love this book. I can't tell you how excited I was to see it. Like, this will be one of my favorite books of the year. Anytime there's a new book that these two do, I just get so giddy and excited because they are incredible. I also do want to briefly touch on the illustration style of this because it's been done in watercolors, which I think is a really great choice because, one, we're talking about a storm, that's a lot of water, but also it has the ability to create such depth in the images and to create such a different tone to the story that I don't think you would get with another medium. Hands down, so far, of all the books that I've read, both children's fiction and adult fiction, this is one of my favorite covers of the year because I think it so beautifully represents the book. Thank you again to the publisher for sending me the review copy. I will continue to gush about this, and I cannot wait to take it into school to read it with kids because I think this is fabulous. In the description, I will leave the blurb for the book as well as a link to the publisher's website where you can find out more information about the book if you choose. In the comments, I would love love to know, have you read Storm? Are you planning on picking it up? Have you read anything else by Claire Saxby and Jess Racklyeft? Feel free to let me know. Otherwise, feel free to share any recommendations for other books about storms that you really love. I would love to expand my collection. Otherwise, if you just want to let me know that you're here but you don't want to leave a comment, feel free to leave a thunderstorm emoji. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everyone.